if we just disregard these two dedicated tram tracks, then this is basically just a regular four-lane avenue with some shared tram tracks. I think the main issue, of course, is the amount of complexity we see when you reach like a major junction.
Funktioniert einfach nicht,
I
ja.
mean, this.
Schau jetzt, siehst du. Es geht nicht. Das ist ein Zeichen. Aber das ist Absicht, das ist eine reine Absicht. Reine Absicht. Es geht um das jetzt. Machen wir wieder ein bisschen Musik besser hier. Nicht, dass noch da irgendwie etwas, wo jeder hört, sage ich jetzt mal.
Chomoloco!
Got even more complex, and it was complex enough to begin with. Although I gotta say that
dass sich nicht lokalisieren, weißt du, Damis und so, ja, sag ich jetzt mal, und Schweizer auch, und Aargauer und so, ja, und Nachbarn, ja, dass es niemand merkt, ja, weißt du, ich meine?
Because as you can probably tell, they actually wait in a more realistic manner, they don't drive into each other. Although some of the drivers now seem a little too aware, too omnipotent, they can just kind of see vehicles coming from all directions. Yeah, but it's a bit of a compromise. Let's just say that. It also does seem to be improving the actual timetables of the abilities of these trams to reach their stops in due time. This ZTN4 tram was scheduled to stop here at 06:01, so it got here about 2 minutes early. Obviously, in-game time is a bit weird, but it at least made it on time. That's certainly the case, and that seems to be. So it got here about 2 minutes early. Obviously, in-game time is a bit weird, but it at least made it on time. That's certainly the case, and that seems to be the case with most trams. We've still got some on the ZTN1 line that are slightly delayed, but things are starting to clear up. Once again, I'm very much open to feedback on this specific setup because I'm sure that there are like other types of configurations we could make, especially if we are willing to just kind of reduce the amount of traffic lanes. But I thought it would be a fun challenge to not do that and then see what we've got here to work with. Something we could do if we stick to this setup though is we could encroach a bit on the pedestrian space to gain a bit more like
Eben nicht, sollte eben nicht, sag ich, ja. Solltest nicht, nein, mach's nicht.
And they don't need to be that, they can be 3.5
Don't kill
each.
nigger, ja.
And then if you also reduce
Don't
this
kill
median
a
to
turd.
just 1 meter instead of 2, then
Don't
suddenly
kill the
we're
Swiss,
looking
don't
at like
kill
a
the
gain
man,
of,
ja.
is that 6
Sowieso,
additional
ja.
meters?
Not the
So that
man,
is
not the
something
gay
we could,
man, please not.
we could use to make some of these tram tracks dedicated, while I think almost having the same amount of traffic.
2 Minuten,
Let's just test this. So I'm gonna make sure I select it and say use as template because this is a new configuration. I don't want to override this one. What we're gonna do is, let's see, we need the bike, the dedicated bike lanes, I think, because that's just a nice feature. So we're gonna reduce this to 3.5, the lowest it can go. We're gonna do the very same over here. Then we're going to reduce the width of this median to 1 meters. And this has now bought us quite a few meters to reach the same 32 meter road width. And I guess we could technically go a little wider here because we do have the space. But let's just see how this is gonna pan out. I'm just gonna pause. We'll add one dedicated tram track. And we can change this to just a regular car only lane. We're still just sitting at 29, so we should be able to squeeze in one additional dedicated tram track.
Die ist doch gestorben, sag mal ey. Oder ist sie auf dem Notfall? Das ist so krank, die scheiß Bulle, die haben nichts gemacht. Ich habe alles gezeigt.
I mean, it's not terrible. I think the sidewalks are very, very narrow now, but then once again, I guess the main aspect here is that the buildings are kind of pushed back from the road, so it doesn't really matter, because then technically this is sidewalk as well. Something I don't like about this configuration is the fact that these train tracks, it's not so clear that they're like dedicated, but obviously there are ways around that. We could use some of these net lanes or like a specific surface, for instance.
Das ist alles wie ein Game für die verdienen überall Geld. Die Arschlöcher, ey. Alle haben 3 Jobs, ey, irgendwo. Aktien und der Scheiße, ey. Der Autohandel, ey, verschüsst die Leute alle, ey. Eben nicht. Halt, eben nicht, ja. Eben nicht, ja. Nein, eben nicht, ja.
We would probably have the space if we just go with a one dedicated tram track from the Septian 4 line. And then just having one shared train track. Let's try that as well. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to... there's a lot of things to keep check on here, but... So basically my idea is that this section here, which is running north, out of town, basically, is going to be shared with the regular vehicles. So that the section moving into town is going to be dedicated, and my logic here is that usually it seems like there's more pressure on these car lanes here moving into town than moving out. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that seems to be the case at least. And this is also why the configuration down here is with an extra turning lane. If we did something like this, we suddenly have a bit of wiggle room, like we can get a small 1 meter median in to really make it clear that this is a separated bike train track, as well as these two. And we've got a bit of leftover space to even increase the width of the sidewalks by 1 meter on either side, so it looks a little less weird. The compromise in this case with the wider segment is that we would have to just have one lane of traffic moving north, and it's going to be a shared lane as well, so it's going to be shared with trams, which might cause an issue. I'm not sure about anything, in fact. For now, I'm just going to keep the initial configuration where we don't have any of these tracks dedicated, so I'm just going to select this one here and say place more, and we'll just downgrade this. Yoink. And we're going to stick with this until I get some feedback. And I know the most obvious feedback would be maybe you should just reroute one of these lines and have like an additional entry path into the city. And we may have to do that in the future if we continue adding additional tram lines. But I would like to be able to just have
Can you live forever? Can you live forever?
Actually being able to handle 2 busy tram lines.
Probably.
It has to be possible. But that's all, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching all the wonderful feedback and suggestions and for bearing with me in these complex dark transit
We will see.
I hope to see you all in the next one, and goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, ja. Wasabi, 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 is a D, is a D, is a F, is a F. Bis die das checken, weißt du? Sind alle tot. Vielleicht, ja, weiß nicht. Weißt du nicht? Man weiß es nicht. Hat irgendwo jemand einen Plan? Weißt du es nicht. Sagen wir noch. Irgendwann, ja, in der Zukunft vielleicht, ja. Vielleicht sehen wir es auch nicht, weißt du, was ich meine? Kann auch passieren, ja. Alles ist möglich. Das ist einfach, ob du willst du eine Drohne oder willst du eine Granate? Ja, das ist die Frage, weißt du, was ich meine? Drohne oder Granate, ja. Was willst du?
every time I crash, the simulation speed increases. Now, I'm pretty sure that everyone here has watched at least once in their lifetime a YouTube video at 2x speed. Maybe you were in a hurry for your colonoscopy, you accidentally pressed the side of the screen, or you got to the boring part of the video where the Italian YouTuber who barely speaks English plugs his Johnson Valley merch. And also, do not forget about the bucket hat. This is essential to cover cooked hairlines such as mine. Link in description. But whatever the reasoning behind your 2x YouTube video viewing experience, we all know that it goes a little something like this. Kamati is a lazy fuck bastard that needs to get his ass up off his bed and start making videos again. Like and subscribe to my horrible channel, or else you will fucking die. And yeah, when the YouTuber speaks slowly, you can pretty much understand everything. But sometimes you can't understand shit. But you see, those are videos. What I'm gonna be doing today is doing it while driving. I am actually terrified. So right now, we're in beautiful Italy and oh my god, is it actually beautiful now? Look at this shit. The devs cooked hard with 0.39 and all of your computers are also cooking hard now. But anyways, this is awesome, and what's also awesome is the fact that now we have 1-to-1 simulation speed. This is regular real time. And you know, we're chilling. Also, this pigeon is slightly customized. Basically what I did to it was maxing out the stock 3-cylinder engine, which brings it from 30 horsepower up to a staggering 44. I know, these are huge numbers, and look at that. I've also given it the sports exhaust. Check this shit out. I'm gonna give it some revs. It sounds like a fucking sport bike. Now, if I were driving normally, I'd never crash because I am the best driver to have ever lived.
A few moments later.
So, gentlemen, I am now running at the usual 1x simulation speed here in real life, but in the game, we now have 1.5x simulation speed. So check this out. I'm gonna rev it. And notice how it revs much faster. Even the grass is moving slightly faster, but you can't really notice it from these two things. So now I'm gonna pop it into gear. Check this out. Bro, this is only 1.5x, and it's already like super quick. The thing is, why the fuck is there a bright yellow blob car behind me? The terrifying thing about this video is that we're not gonna be stopping at 2x like it stops on YouTube. It's not even gonna be 3x or 4x. We're gonna go up to 10x simulation speed. So imagine this, but like 7 times faster or something. I don't know how I'll manage, but that's a problem for future me. Right now, I feel like Michael Schumacher. Oh no, wait. I feel like the world's unluckiest man. Why is there a wide right in front of me? Move! More than anything, this is gonna be a test of raw reaction time, you know? Now, unfortunately, I'm no longer 12 with an ungodly reaction time, so yes, I'm cooked. Also, we do have traffic running, and as you can see, even the traffic is running at 1.5x simulation speed, so they're gonna be really quick. I'm actually gonna go down here. Actually, no. It's okay, I can jump out of the pigeon and push it. Can you? Fuck off. Try to push my pigeon. I'm just imploding it, what the f... Yes! So as you can see, that is not a crash. Hell yeah, our car is perfectly intact. We just gotta pay attention to traffic. What the hell are these guys doing? Oh my god, that pigeon was going pretty fast. I still can't believe this is only 1.5x. It feels so much faster than real time. It's crazy. And that fucking COVID came out of nowhere. I'm gonna indicate. Even the indicators are faster. That's so funny. Come on, pigeon. Oh my god! This feels much faster than 90 kilometers per hour. Me boom. Alright, gentlemen, as you can hear by the high-pitched sounds, we are now at 2x simulation speed. So this is 2 times faster than real life. Why is my handbrake on? I'm gonna step on it now. Oh my god. This is like driving a Formula 1 car with the shifts. I'm burning the clutch at 2. That is not good. Pigeon, what are you doing? There's so much going on all at once. It's crazy. I think ADHD kids are gonna love this. Genuinely. Like, look at this. This is normal. This is 57 kilometers per hour. What was that red pigeon doing? I think this is, in some ways, more terrifying than the super fast traffic video. And to think we're gonna be getting to 10x. Why would you do that? It's crazy. They did all this insane graphic stuff, and they still haven't fixed the fucking Hydra. So, gentlemen, we're now at 2.5x simulation speed. I'm gonna do a launch. Oh my god! The Lansdale came out of nowhere! I genuinely do not know how 4 times faster than this, which is gonna be 10x, is gonna be drivable. Burning clutch? Alright. We're going in. What am I even doing? I'm gonna indicate now. It's quite quick. What was that overtake? While the game is at 2.5x simulation speed, I'm always running at like 0.2. So yeah, this is a mismatch made in hell. I just saw a wider drift, and now the mountains are glitching. What the hell is even going on? I want to try and drift it. Bro! I'm gonna outrun this car now. Why are you in my lane? Okay, we're good now. We're very good. Check this shit out. This is... At least it stops on a dime. Okay, we're on tight road now. You have so much more grip than you expect. It's crazy. Not a crash. We're still alive. The car is still going. What the fuck was that? Oh. I think they put my bladder at 2.5x
Das ist fertig, glaub es, ey. Ich hab's so wie Nokia gefüttert damals, ey.
So, this is now
Irgendein neuer
3x
also ein
simulation
Cinquecento
speed.
damals ist
Now,
ein
to put
neuer
this into
gewesen.
context, a Honda Jazz that takes,
Ey, das ist die Windschutzscheibe, durch die Windschutzscheibe ist so ein Holler gewesen, ey. Nebendran ist das Loch runtergegangen, ey.
3x simulation speed. So the Honda Jazz
So eine
is technically as
Bahnverursacher geht,
fast
aber trotzdem,
as
der wäre nicht
Lamborghini Huracan or
abgekriegt.
something.
Der wäre zwischendurch.
Mamma mia.
Holy shit.
Everybody's in a hurry today.
Die hat
Not the
verdammt
black
gut
one!
gefordert,
We're now being tailgated by a pigeon.
Ich wette mit dir schon
The
frei.
thing is, it's gonna become even harder to outrun them because he's honking at me. They're honk.
Oder eine Schwuchtel.
Well, I'm running at 1x. They are running
Oh,
at 3x. So it's like I'm as lost to them. Look at
Ihre
this
Frau.
shit. This is
Fette alte
insane. I'm gonna try to keep up with that COVID. I think this is gonna be the main challenge here, keeping up with traffic. Bro,
So
how
wie
fast is that
Dagmar
COVID
Gruber
going?
Baumgartner.
This is genuinely a challenge.
Dagmar Gruber Baumgartner, Lengnau,
Only 3. Oh,
Schulstraße
shit.
ehemals, jetzt ist sie umgezogen. Ich weiß nicht, wo sie wohnt, keine Ahnung.
So, gentlemen, we are now at 4 times simulation
Das ist Mafia,
speed.
weißt du, Dagmar
And
Gruber.
something
Die
cool you can
bringt
do right now
Kohle. Und von
is
wo?
setting
Von
this
der
video's
Schule.
playback speed
Die Kohle
to
von der Schule
0.25.
geht in die Mafia.
This pigeon just
Und nachher,
ran.
die machen
What
auch
the fuck?
Sicherheit,
So if
weißt
you-
du? Die machen
So if
alles.
you label it now, it's
Sicherheit,
gonna look
Kriminalität,
I'm just
die
a
machen
slow
alles.
human being.
Was musst du haben? Ein Mord oder eine Aufklärung? Sag, Detektiv,
What the fuck is this guy doing?
den Rücken wieder einrenken. Ja, musst
I'm
zu
gonna
einem
chase
gehen,
him.
wo dir den Rücken einrenkt, sagt der Guido, weißt du?
How is he so quick?
Musst
The
zu einem
windshield
gehen,
isn't
wo dir den
broken, so this is
Rücken
not a
einrenkt.
crash.
Da, wenn einer
This
so
is
redet,
generally
weißt
the
du genau,
hardest
ja,
things
kannst
I've
du
ever done in this game. I'm going super quick. I'm gonna chase the yellow comet.